Hello everyone, I'm the Holy Hermit and I welcome you to yet another video for Dota 2. This time we'll be playing Troll Warlord as carry in the safe lane, but before we get into the video I have a couple of few quick announcements and they're all about Dota 2. So thank you, I do listen to all of your comments about Dota 2, I'm glad some of you are enjoying it and I'll keep making videos. But the issue is right now with Dota, my router doesn't give me proper access to the ports that are being used by Steam or Dota in general. So what that means is 9 out of 10 games I get disconnected from, and the ones I can play I have 400 to 500 milliseconds of lag. As you saw in this video when it started, I'm the last one to join in, and you'll see the way I'm even moving in the game. It's very hard, but I did pick this game nonetheless for a very good reason. So let's talk about that whilst other people are picking heroes, or we're in the picking stage, that is. Now, Troll is my favourite hero of all times by a long shot. Currently in the game he is one of my most favourite heroes, and as you all know me, I play the heroes that most people don't play at all. I'm really into those kind of heroes that, I'll never play a Bloodseeker, you'll rarely see me play a Riki ever. I think I've never played a Riki game yet, maybe one or two.
Enchantress.
And Troll is my hero just for that reason, because not many people play with him and he's a great carry. But this game is unique because I had a couple of Troll Warlords game before that I could have posted where I went 34-2 I believe in one game where I absolutely wrecked, and the other one was 20 and I think 2 or 3, something like that. I didn't want to post them because most games were one-sided and you win and they're not fun to watch, but more importantly there's not a lot to learn there, right? So this game is going to be something like that. As I said, there's going to be mistakes from my side, a lot more than usual, because you'll see like I lag, I'll get disconnected so many times in the game. It's going to be bad, but I did pick this game for a very good reason, because this game highlights the biggest problem for a starting Dota heroes, in terms of fighting stage. Now farming and all, that's something you have to get efficient at, and you can improve. If you play a bot game you can get better at the game. That's how I got good at the game, or okay at the game, before I started playing multiplayer. I played lots of bot games, but in this game you will see people making certain moves that were so very wrong that led to the game, rather than being a 20-minute game, to a 40 and then to even a longer, an hour and 20-minute long. So really do grab your drinks this time, as always I say. This is going to be a long ride, but it's going to be a fun one nonetheless, I can promise you that, because as I said, I'm going to be highlighting the biggest problems people have in team fights and also decision making. I'll also be talking about item choices. I will be playing Troll, but I will be talking about other heroes as well. But the game has started, and actually to start things off, I do have my own build for Troll Warlord, which I published on Steam just because it helps me to find it the quickest way. Troll Warlord, the way I play this man is to start off always with a Ring of Protection, and then I will buy either one set of Tango and a Salve, or I'll get 2 sets of Tango and a Salve, depending on the kind of lane I'm kind of going into. Now with this lineup, as you can see, we have a Troll Warlord who obviously plays as a carry, Enchantress who you can play as a support but also as a carry, Morphling, a hard carry of course, Ember Spirit, a good mid hero that transitioned very well into late game and he can avoid pushes, and Earthshaker obviously being the support hero. Now we did get a first blood in the beginning of the game that was to our side, and I was like, hey, not even a minute into the game our team gets a kill. Wow, I'm actually going to be carried this game, I don't have to play that hard. Little did I know. But nonetheless, it's 2-2 already, and let's quickly talk about I'll get back to my character and quickly go over the skill build, and then we can look around the map and see what everyone's doing, because as I said, this game is going to be about everyone in the map and why the decisions they made were wrong, which led to the game being so long where you could have finished the game so early. And then it's all about communication. So we start off with the Troll Warlord build. I truly believe that at level 1 you should always get the axes. Now at level 1, the first skill of Troll Warlord is you get Berserker's Rage, which basically lets Troll become a ranged hero into a melee hero. If you are a ranged hero, you have range obviously, and if you're a melee hero you can bash. Now look at that, by the way. Who would do that in their right mind? Well, I'll tell you who, the guy who actually gets disconnected. So as you see, it takes you 25 seconds to get disconnected from the game if your internet's going bad, and I hope you never have to discover that. But as you saw me, I was just standing there attacking and not doing anything, not even throwing spells. That was me getting disconnected, so I completely get away and I die already. So in a game where We got a first blood. Now you see the carry dying, and then my friend pauses the game. By the way, I should introduce my friend. That's my friend Ray's here, a very, very good friend of mine in personal life, and we play Dota sometimes. So he decided to play Enchantress, and he's like, I'm gonna go for a carry Enchantress. And since it is a not a ranked game, I'm like, yeah, why not, man? Give it a go, give it a go. And as you can see, people on the other team are making fun of us. They're like, yay, we killed Troll, and maybe he's rage quit. But little did they know, I never do that. I've never done that a single time in the game. So I come back and I'll tell them, hey, you know, that's not nice, you killed me when I got DC'd. But they're like, nope, that was a fair kill. So we'll give that to them, no worries. Look at that. Trash talking. But nonetheless, we look around the lane. Now Enchantress has Gloves of Haste. It can very well work with her without any problems, because you have your ability called Enchant that lets you get a neutral or an enemy creep, and this creep can tank for you whilst you do things. Now we come back. I ask my friend, hey, come in the lane and let's get a kill, because we really need one. So we come in. Raze gets the last hit on it, but nonetheless I get some recovery gold from that, and I am doing okay even after feeding the first blood. So as I said, Troll is really the most favorite hero, so I'm the most practiced on him. And even with the look at that, the way I'm last hitting, even with the horrible like 450 millisecond ping plus that I have to play these games on these days, and that's why I can't find good games for you guys, is I can still do okay with Troll. So, and remember guys, the whole game, at least for the laning stage, I will be 1v2 in the lane, because Enchantress is jungling, Earthshaker is supporting the top lane, and he's doing the right job because we do have a Morphling carry. Now I will talk about him later on. Earthshaker was a great player on our team. I really like this guy. I commended him after the game as well, so good man. So he's supporting top lane, and our mid is kind of going okay. I guess the kills is okay-ish. Ember has 1 kill, has died twice, not acceptable to a Pudge, but hey, that's our mid lane. And bottom lane, it's just me. So imagine Troll guy, he's a Troll Warlord, he's a carry, and he needs a lot of experience. So the mistake we made here, since that's a part of the game I always talk about, hey, what we could have done better is, we could have picked a better hero that could have supported me in lane. Now, the flip side to that obviously is, if someone is supporting me in lane, then they share the XP with me, and I wouldn't be able to hit 6 quickest. So it's okay, I'm used to the hero, and I'm confident enough, we're like, okay mate, Raze, you can farm, you can go to jungle, and I don't mind at all. I can solo, and this is a very hard thing. Even though it's a safe lane, a 2v1 situation where one hero can stun you and the other one can silence you, and then chase after you pretty well, you know, it's not the easiest of job, but I am used to Troll Warlord, and I think I can do an okay job here. So there we go, that's my hero, and the skill build I'm going for, as I was talking about earlier, is you get a level 1 Berserker's Rage. You can toggle this ability, you can become a melee warrior or a ranged one, and at melee you get certain bonuses. You get movement speed, you get a bash chance, I think you also get bonus HP, yes you do, and you know, other cool things, so, and bonus bash damage of course when you do bash someone. Very low chance, but it's a great ability. Now I'll talk more about this later, because the way I play Troll is very different, and as I said, I have my own build. If you want to check it out on Steam, you can. It's called Warlord's Ordeal by Holy Hermit. I might even link it in the chat if I can, I'm not sure, in the description. I will do that, and you can check it out why I think it's, to me, it's the best build for a guy who plays at this level of Dota. So I love it for so many reasons, and I think, as I said, most successful hero for me, I've gotten great success with this build. The item build and the skill build of course. So the next thing I will max out is Whirling Axes. This is your only nuke, and as I said, it's something that can sync with, I didn't say that, syncs with Berserker's Rage as well, which I'll talk about in a second. The next skill that Troll has is Fervor, as in, if you keep attacking a single target again and again, your attack speed increases, and it can go up to 4 times. So this attack speed, the more you hit a target, the faster Troll will attack a single guy. His ultimate, back in the day, used to be like a solo buff for himself, but now it's a global ultimate, and it gives a whopping, you know, a 60 from start, and at level 3 of the LT you get 180 attack speed globally to everyone. So it's an amazing ability to have, and I picked Troll for a reason. That if you look at the heroes in our team, Morphling is a right click hero, Ember to a certain extent will do a few right clicks, Enchantress will also do right clicks, she will throw her Impetus, the pure damage spell basically, and Earthshaker, well, he's a support, so he doesn't need to attack. So all the heroes in the team basically will benefit from this ulti. So it's not a selfish ulti, you can use it obviously to get kill, and you should, because the cooldown is pretty low on this, only 30-second cooldown. but it also helps the team. Now, I didn't talk about Whirling Axes and Berserker's Rage. Now, these axes are pretty much two skills put into one, and the way it works is, if you're a melee Troll Warlord, the axes spin around you, and when they do spin around you, they do actually pretty decent damage. It's a small damage nuke, and the other thing it does, it blinds people, as in, when an enemy is blinded, they have a chance to miss an attack. So even at level 1, if you do hit someone with a melee axe, they have a 60% miss chance. Now if you imagine that, it's something similar to a smoke bomb by Ricky. But Ricky's smoke bomb I think starts at 20 or 30%, whereas this skill at level 1 is 60. If you switch to a range form, as in when you're throwing ranged axes, this thing becomes like a thrown version of the axe. Now that thing does only 75 damage, but it can slow a target for a ridiculous, I'm not sure how much, but 50, 60 something, again a crazy amount of percentage slow. Now you use that to chase a target or to even get a last hit on a target. But the thing is, the best thing about this ability is, as you can see, they both have their separate cooldowns. So you can spin a melee axe and instantly switch to a ranged attack and throw another ranged axe. So in a way, at level 4 this will do 225 damage for the melee, and then you switch to a range and it'll do another 75. So it can make enemies miss, and it can also make enemies, you'll see me right now, so there we go, they slow me down. I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do. And I don't throw an axe. As you can see, I've taken a lot of damage. Now this is what my friend did kind of wrong. I was hit by a wave of terror, and so was he. He didn't realize that this thing does minus armor, or maybe he was a little, it's a tricky hero, but he didn't realize he died there. I had to back out. I didn't even communicate, but sometimes you make mistakes. But I did do like a good Hail Mary there. I backed off and I kind of faked that I'm going away. I hid in the trees, got my salve up. By that time, Wave of Terror wore off, and I got I guess a mercy kill after that, in form of I killed like Earth Spirit for that. So not bad, because I'm still a carry. I got a kill from that. Obviously Enchantress shouldn't have died, but hey, sometimes we all make mistakes. The other thing was, the creeps that Enchantress has were not the best creeps at all. Look at that, the hero goes back, and I don't just get one, I get 2 kills. So there we go, that was another easy kill, and that's very important, guys. For a Troll Warlord player, you should never always be in melee, and you should also never be in a range form. A good Troll hero, and that's when you get good at the hero, is you know when to switch, and you often switch between melee and range. When you're chasing someone, you should always go into range and throw a ranged axe. And then you can do 2 things. You can either switch to melee mode and chase them down, or if you think they only need 1 or 2 last hits, like the last kill I got there, then you can basically throw in a couple of ranged axes as well. But there we go. So I'm farming okay-ish now. I've got my phase boots, and again, I will go on to the build later, but let's move around the map and see how things are looking. So I'll go to Enchantress now. I will talk about her build, and this is something, if you play Enchantress, you'll know this is not the best build my friend is going. As I said, it was his first game or something, so the man didn't know much, but Rage is a very good player that he'll showcase later on, and he did earlier with an amazing gank. So if you look at the build, it's wrong in a way that you never max out Enchant. If you look at this skill, all it does is it gives a movement slope as you level it up, and it reduces the cooldown. So, and this movement slow only works, I think, if you cast the ability on a hero. So I don't think, it doesn't even do a damage nuke or something. It basically slows them down. So to max this out is a wrong idea. What I would recommend is, at level 1 you obviously get 1 level of enchant, then you can follow that by nature's attendant, and then you can also get 1 level of untouchable if you're ganking a lot. But in general, you get just 1 level of enchant, and then quite simply play with get nature's attendants maxed out, because that's a great heal, not for you but for the person next to you. And yeah, so there we go. Enchantress dies again. She did a good stun, but I can redeem this. I have been ultied. I throw the ranged axes and I kill the hero, and I smartly dodge that. As you see, I knew Earth Spirit can roll in the direction he's facing. I carefully dodged that. Again, we lose an Enchantress, but I get the kill again. And the reason why she died, as you saw, was she got initiated in the jungle. So after all that bad thing that happened to her, I was able to get a kill, and things are nice again. I'm low HP, so I go back to base, and in the meantime, let's move to the next hero. So we did talk about Enchantress skill build, which is wrong, which is you need 1 point in enchant, and then you need to max out nature's attendance. Very important, because you can heal your enchanted creep, you can heal an ally, you can heal yourself, and you can also get 1 quality point in untouchable, because hey, attack speed slow at in the beginning is pretty useful. The other thing I will talk about Enchantress before I go is you have to get the right kind of creeps if you want to play a ganking Enchantress, which my friend does very good in the game right now and later on. You can't simply get something like Alpha Wall. People are like, hey, that's 15% or 30%, 15% more damage or 30% bonus damage. It's good, but if you think about it, you know, 30% of a 65 damage hero like she is right now, it's not really a lot of damage. It's not that fun at all. So not the best of creep to get to. Even the Hellbear Smasher guy, the spare guy here, is not the best one. He can clap onto you. That's about it. But ideally you want a good ganking enchanted creep. Now example for that is the big centaur that can stun, and the other guy obviously would be the troll, the hill troll guy who can throw a net. A very good hero that you can go for. Now she's caught out, and basically that'll mean her death. Now I see there are two heroes here. I quite simply back off. Now this is a smart thing I'm doing because my hero has already died. I was last hitting on the tower. She was basically caught out. They scouted her out, and there we go. So here I am. Now Pudge is ganking me. Now there are two heroes here. You have to remember Pudge is a mid hero, and let's look at what he's doing. The man is on 4-1. He is doing good. He's got 2 earned charges, a bottle boot. He is pretty much ready to kill me. And here you go. I come in here, and now I play with him. He basically ultis me. Smart move of him. He hasn't done anything to me yet. I make sure I spin the axes on him. That means I do damage, and if he decides to right click me, I can basically make 60% of his attacks miss on the grand scale of things. So I survived that gank, and I also buy a mask of a morbid mask. Again, I will talk about my build later on as it progresses. I'll keep telling you why I think this is the best troll build, at least for a guy like me. So more of that later. Bottom lane is being pushed in. Let's have a look here. We have Vengeful Spirit. Oh, I have so many things to say about her, man. She played very well. Vengeful was a different kind of Vengeful. But let's go to the top lane now. The reason why this game should have been a 20-minute game or even a 40-minute game, if not 20, is look at our potential, guys. We have an Ember Spirit, we have a Morphling, and then we also have me. We have such great carry potential that things should be quite simple. Now they're doing a good job right now, guys, but if we look at each hero, our mid hero, Ember Spirit, he's going for the right build. No, actually I'm not going to say it's the right build at all. I do apologize for that. It's not, because he's got phase boot, good item, bottle, obviously a necessary thing for a mid hero. Now he's going for a void stone, a hero that is a dex hero by nature, has only 1.8 intelligence. If he buys a void stone to start things off with, the 100% mana regen isn't enough. This does not give him tankiness, this does not give him damage or anything. It's a wrong item. Even the thing that this is going to be built into is a wrong item, guys, and I'll tell you why. This is a mistake every sniper that I play with, most importantly every phantom assassin, every Juggernaut, and every Ember Spirit makes. Almost everyone. It's set in stone, and I think I can humbly help you with this if you are on the same level as me, and that is almost always look at the enemy team. If they have a lot of magical nuke, and if you go for something like such a squishy build of a Battle Fury does not give you any HP or anything. It gives you damage, it gives you cleave, so you can farm fast, I guess, but if you get ganked by anyone, your HP is so ridiculously low that 1 or 2 casts for enemy teams and a few right clicks, you're a dead hero. This Ember Spirit has a horrible strength gain of 2, actually not that bad, but still not that high if you think about it. 800 HP for a level 9 hero is pretty bad, and he's topping that off by buying a Battle Fury where he could have purchased a drum. So to kind of make things short, if you're a Phantom Assassin, if you're someone like even an Anti-Mage, well, Anti-Mage is an exception because you need a Battle Fury on him, but if you're definitely a Juggernaut, if you're definitely a Phantom Assassin, Ember Spirit, and a couple of other heroes like that, Dex heroes, you should never ever rush an item like that when they have so many magic nukes. Get some HP up. If you even don't want to make drums, at least get a set of bracers on, because they will give you the HP you need, and that basically is the difference between you surviving and getting a kill or just basically getting ganked. Morphling is doing Morphling like things. He just has boots and a Wraith Band, and look at that. This does not look that good for him. He's trying to run away. His farm is, oh my god, it's not the best one. No wonder why we had trouble. So our Morphling has 2 last hits. No, that's kills, sorry. What am I looking at? I'm being stupid. 32 last hits. Okay, I think for 15 minutes, not bad at all. Let me see what mine are. Yeah, see, not acceptable in a way, guys. I'm in a solo lane and I'm against two heroes. I am trying to survive and last it. I have 38 and I'm Morphling, who's a safe lane carry, well, hard lane actually, but he's got a support doing support things for him, and a support like Earthshaker. It's not the best number, but hey, the man would do, you know, the man would improve, as you will see. He is rushing straight away and E-Blade, so you guys who play Morphling, you know that, that's again a bad item choice. So that's the first part of the video, guys, where I kind of talk about item choices in the game and why our team does what it does. We're still okay now. I have an Alpha Wolf and I asked my friend for a gank. Now he doesn't have any creep with him, so that's the reason why things don't look good. Now she's going in front, Enchantress, so I throw my ranged axes again. That slows them down and that gets us a kill. Now this was bad by me. I made this call. I'm like, hey, let's go in. Didn't realize she was on so low health. I was focused on killing the enemy. I survive, of course, because I'm troll. I move so fast. But Enchantress gets picked off by a Vengeful Spirit. Now, so that's basically the case, guys. So I'll talk a little bit more about myself now and the build. So as you can see, the first skill you max out for Troll is the Whirling Axes. Great skill, 100%. That's the right choice, I think. Then you max out your Berserker's Rage, because further does not stack, like does not get that good as you level it up. I mean, you are getting. That's, yeah, I think you're getting 6 attack speed, or 6, 4, 24. You get 24 attack speed increase from level 1 to level 2. But the issue is, for this skill to be good, you have to keep attacking things. Whereas if you know, max out the other skill, it quite simply gives you more movement speed. It increases your bash chance to... No, the bash chance stays the same. I think it increases the stun duration of the bash, and it also increases the damage. And at all levels, it gives you bonus HP. So it's a pretty good thing. Here you go. Here I muck things up basically. I should have used my centaur to stun, but I kind of got flustered and the guy gets away. But nonetheless, let's get back to our hero. So that's the skill build I recommend, and obviously you max out your ulti at the earliest possible time you can, which is the the usual levels. So the skill build for the item build for Troll Warlord, and I think it's the best one there is. We started off with a Ring of Protection. Now as soon as you can, you make that into a Ring of Basilius. Very important, guys. It's the core of the build, and it's what makes Troll Warlord an amazing hero. But there's going to be a fight here. Let's see what happens, and I'll get back to that later on. Now I ulti and I spin the axes, make sure Pudge doesn't do anything, but Pudge does Pudge-like things, and he commits suicide. So unfortunate when you got a stun and everything onto him, but hey, the hero's balanced, right? So there we go. But this hero, I see that, hey, this hero is here. I throw again axes, that as she recovers, look at the movement speed, we can kill her. But Ember Spirit, in his wide wisdom, hey, I'm gonna go right behind the hero so she can swap. She obviously made a great play happen, but yeah, that shouldn't have happened. We lost a kill opportunity because Ember just wanted to kill steal. So you'll see a lot of that in this game, guys. But nonetheless, hey, we didn't lose any more heroes, and I'm happy about that, and I'm getting some farm. So back to the build again. I purchased a Basilius. Very important for a couple of things. It gives you 6 armor. It gives you it gives you 6 damage, 1 armor, and you also get a bonus armor aura, and it gives you mana regen. Now 0.65, you'll be like, hey, that's absolutely nothing. Why would you go for that? 2 reasons. First reason, very important one, is Troll's intelligence in int gain is absolutely horrid. It's the worst in the game, and as you would expect, a guy who's cold Troll, his int is only 1. His int gain is 1 per level. So even when you level 25, your int pool is like 600 or something ridiculously low like that. So at this level, you need some mana regen. Now for a hero whose int is roughly less than 30, I think, 33 or something, if you get a Sage's Mask, or if you get a mana regen item, it's not that good. For a hero that is, quite simply put, so stupid, as in his intelligence is so low, you buy static mana items on him, and this 0.65 mana regen gives me a total of 1.7 mana now. And if you think about it, the cost of my spells, that's a good thing about Troll. Why I like Troll is it only costs 50 mana to spin an axe, and his ulti also costs only 75 mana. So roughly, when you are ready to ulti and spin an axe on someone, you probably have enough mana. So even though the mana regen is so low, it's good enough, and that's all Troll needs really. And that, to me, is the secret of my build, how I can do good early game. The next item I rush to is a Helm of the Dominator. Now, lifesteal is necessary on Troll, but I also get it because it gives you damage and it also gives you armor and a little bit of HP regen, so a good item nonetheless. The other amazing thing you can do with this is you can actually dominate a creep. You can use him with you, something like an alpha ball, which I said, remember, is a wrong follower or a wrong enchanted creep for Enchantress, but it's perfect for you because you're a carry, you just want the damage. And you can sometimes get a stun one, but an alpha wolf most time is good. The other important thing you do, which I don't do this game for the reasons I will talk about, is you can actually stack camps with this, which I do almost always in every game. And you can stack neutrals with them, you can stack any camps, and you can kill them all pretty fast. So Troll, Helm of Dominator by far is a better item, even though Ring of Basilius can be made into Vladimir's aura. I think Vladimir's, basically the Vladimir's offering, but I still think that this is a better item to go for this very reason, that you can dominate creeps and you can stack them for you. The reason why I could not stack them is the whole game we had one support and Enchantress who didn't want to play support, so we didn't have any wards on the map. I have no idea where they are, so if I spend time doing things, I guess moving around the map that much, then things can get pretty tricky for me, as in I don't have a vision. I might be busy killing off a big camp and I can get ganked. So the reason why I did not use the creep, the dominated creep to do things is basically because I was kind of scared. And the other thing is we also have so many carries who are farm hungry. And let's get to the items of Morphling. Hopefully I can. Well, Ember Spirit, look at that. Ember Spirit only has a Perseverance. There we go. Let's go to the free camera for now. There we go. Ember Spirit only has, yes, a Claymore and a Perseverance, so 22 minutes in, his Battle Fury is not finished. Bad sign, right guys? Morphling, my friend, has a Wraith Band and Power Treads. No Ring of Aquila or even Ring of Basilius for him. The man decides to rush, I don't know what. Earlier he was rushing an E-Blade, now he's got a Broadsword. No idea what he's planning. Maybe a crit, but that would be the wrong choice. But hey, we're all allowed to do what we want, right? So there we go. Let's go to player perspective back again. My friend Ray's died. And what am I doing? I'm basically getting some Ancient. And you can kill Ancients pretty effectively with Troll, guys, for lifesteal. Because, you know, the further stacks up, you get lifesteal from that, you attack very fast. Things look pretty good. Now, this is the time in the game when if we go to Pudge, look at that man there. He's 10 and 3. So right now he's on a godlike spree because I think he died a lot in the beginning. He's on a godlike spree and Pudge is an absolute bane. At level 13 he has 2k health almost, and he is so scary that he's basically stopping our team from farming. We finally have wards on the map, good thing, right? But the team fights we're having are not good enough. This is a perfect example. Morphling barely gets out and we get a 2 for nothing again here. And as we transition into the mid game, I will start talking about the decisions of the team now, guys. So, but before that, I'll finish my thoughts on Troll Warlord. So the items I talked about, you start off with the Basilius, you get a Helm of the Dominator, and the next item I get will be a strange one, but bear with me. It's Sanjin Yasha for Troll, an item which is bad on quite a few heroes. Sanjin Yasha for a 4100 gold item. Usually it's underwhelming. It's not good because it doesn't give you enough damage, it doesn't give you enough deeps, it doesn't give you enough of anything. It gives you bits of everything. Here we go, look at this team fight. Pudge walks away, I'm like, okay, you can go home. But I kill Vengeful Spirit in the meantime. So we get a kill, and this time it was 1 for nothing. So it was a good trade, I was nearby, and I was able to make a kill happen. So good time. But Sanjin Yasha, getting back to that, guys, why is it a good item? Now bear with me. Troll Warlord, the biggest problem why he's not played in the pro scene, of course, is he doesn't have a guaranteed stun, of course, but that's true for quite a few carries in the game. The other thing is his HP. Troll does not have that amazing of a strength. He has 2.2, which is kind of good, but Troll, the way you build a Troll, if you want an effective troll, is you play Troll as a carry, right? The items you purchase on Troll Warlord force him to not get HP items. Now that means that your Troll is usually squishy, and that also means that a BKB is almost mandatory in the game. So, and if you're off BKB, you'll get casted on a lot, and this makes you kind of into a squishy carry in quite a few ways, and that's why Troll is not like a first pick or even a third or a fifth pick in the pro scene. You know, there are better carries to go for than Troll Warlord. But a Sanjin Yasha, why I talked about the whole carry aspect and the HP aspect, is it gives you a bit of everything. If you think about it, the first skill of Troll at level 4 now gives me a bonus movement speed of 40. So even with the Yasha on, I have 429 movement speed. That's ridiculously high. When I use my phase boot, it goes even higher. But if I build a Sanjin Yasha, look at that. When I use phase boots, I'm actually almost maxed out. So that's how I like to play Troll Warlord, guys. In a normal game, I play a ganking Troll. I'm always moving, and I'm always moving ridiculously fast. I don't need boots of travel. I rarely, well, I do carry TPs because sometimes you have to go across the map. But usually you can jump from lane to lane and lane to jungle in a mere matter of mere seconds, because Troll moves so very fast. And that's why I said this build is so unique, that my Troll is quick, fast, and he does some cool things. So look at that. At base effect, I have 452 movement speed, but that's not all. I also have nice HP now. 1400 HP is good thanks to the Yasha that I purchased that was made into Sanjin Yasha. And it also gives me attack speed, which is very good, right? Because attack, even you can't have too much of attack speed, as they say. So it's an item that gives you everything, and it also gives you a maim. Now this maim chance is also applied when you switch to a range mode. So it's almost like you have a chance to throw another ranged axe at an enemy. And Troll likes to chase people, and with this build, it ensures you that you always move at max speed, and almost no one can run away from you. You know, if you have a single stunner in your team, then it's a guaranteed kill. And even if you're chasing someone, there are pretty good chances that you can jump in, kill someone. And the opposite of that is, if you get initiated on it and if you can survive the initial burst, you can quite simply walk out of there. You know, you don't have to worry about Shadow Blade or anything. You just simply walk away from them and they can't do anything to you. So I really like Sanjin Yasha choice on this. The next item I obviously go for, depending on the way the game is going, I would either go for BKB, a core item on core, I think, on Troll, I think. And the other thing you can get if you don't want to get a BKB instantly is you can also get a Crystalist. Very good, because my damage already is roughly like 170, 180, yeah, 186, 185. Let's go with that. Yeah, I think I have 185 damage. So it's pretty good to get a crit, a mini crit right now, which you can build into a Crystalist later on. So there we go. But guys, we are moving to the mid-game aspect of the game. It's 28 minutes into the game. Now, this is where I said the reason why I wanted to upload the game, because I've talked about my build, I've talked about the item choices my team made. They are pretty bad. Our carries are not farming at all. I'm one of the carries. I think I'm by far doing a good job. I've got 99 last hits. I have 4 kills under my banner. I'm doing a good job, but my other carries, they're struggling. Morphling's already, look at that, he bought a Ghost Scepter. Not the best item where they can stun you, because Ghost Scepter avoids the right clicks, but Pudge is never going to right click you, and Ghost Scepter makes you take more magic damage. So Pudge can simply dismember you when you go to a Ghost Scepter, and it's not the first item Morphling should get. But hey, his choice, right? But yeah, so we are into the mid game now, and let's go to Freak camera as I look around the map and I talk about things. Why this game I chose specifically. Now the biggest reason, guys, most people lose at the level they play, and they all say, hey, my team was bad, I did what I could. I'd love to elaborate on that, because we all get that feeling that, hey man, I did a good job, my team pretty much screwed up and all that stuff. And sometimes it's true, sometimes it isn't, especially for me, you know. I just think that, hey, this is right, but, you know, most of the time I'm making a mistake. So this game, the mistake team is making, now look at where everyone is. Look what I'm doing, for example. I'm in the bottom lane, and guess what I'm doing as a carry? I am farming. Look at the rest of the team. We have Enchantress jungling. Okay, she's getting some XP going down here. And then we have 2 carries and a support in the mid lane doing absolutely nothing. The top lane is completely free. We have a ward here which shows that if anything comes over here, we know that they are ganking us. We have 3, even 4 heroes now in the mid lane battling each other for last hits. This is the prime example in every single game that you will see, where people will group up together. They will stay in the mid lane for too long. They will not get XP, and they will just get there simply because the other enemy team is there. This is absolutely wrong, and what you should do instead is you should always carry. The solution is the simplest one you can imagine. You carry a teleport scroll. You play in your own lane. The carries, one of the carries could now, for example, go to the top lane and he can farm for XP and carry a TP scroll. You only show up when you are fighting under the towers. When they're pushing your towers, you show up. Otherwise, you don't do anything at all. Now here I was called by the teammates. They're like, hey, come in, you know, help us out. I'm like, okay, I'm here, and then I realize, see, they're not here. I'm standing here patiently, and I'm like, you know, this is absolutely accomplishing nothing at all. So you'll see me instantly move away. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna stay here. So the biggest mistake, guys, look at that. We have the whole bottom lane now, we have whole top lane, but our carries are limited to this small point in the map, and they are struggling for experience because there are 4 heroes who get XP when they get the kill, and other nasty things to say the least. So look at that. This is me lagging again, guys. I'm running around randomly because the game is lagging so bad for me that it's absolutely unplayable, and I might even get disconnected very soon. But nonetheless, look at that. I come to top lane. I'm like, I'm not gonna get grouped there, so gonna get some last hit. So Enchantress follows me, fair enough. Ideally she should be jungling, but hey, right now if you can't, because our jungle is not warded, it just got warded right now, but it's good to get XP. So at this point in the game, Lich has a mech and he Yules, so he's pretty farmed. He has Tranquils. As a support, good items. Earth Spirit is kind of bad, you know, he's not the best guy. I think he was talking trash the whole game. You can't see that, but he was, trust me. Vengeful Spirit, I didn't realize till the very late game, guys, that she was actually playing a carry. Like, she actually went for a good carry build, and it's very good of her. She was actually the best player in their team. Simply because, and she had to be, because they did not have any late game. Now this is the point in the game after 30 minutes where I put my microphone in and I did the most important thing, and that is talk to my teammates. I never condescend people. I hope I'm not that kind of guy, and I humbly think I'm not, but in Dota I usually talk to people and I encourage them. After every kill I get, I'll tell them, guys, good job. Not because they did a good job, but because it also helps the morale of the team. But this time in the game, I had to jump in for the other reason, and that is to talk to the team and to guide them, because I realized not everyone here is, you know, on the same skill level as we, and it's my job. Either I can, you know, either I can like say, hey, you're feeding, you're doing this, or I can give them a reason why, you know, how you can improve in a very constructive way and not be negative. So look at that, for example. Ember got pulled up here after he wrote a message to him that, hey, I'm standing here. We had a ward. He had no reason to get caught there. Silly things like that. So I get on the microphone. I'm like, guys, I promise you, if all you do is fight under towers and not group up, keep farming, I can promise you I will win the game for you. Because I was telling them one important thing, which I will tell you guys as well, is if you look at their lineup, we have 3 carries in our team. If you look at their lineup, Kunkka can carry, kind of. He can play as a semi-carry. Pudge can do Pudge-like things. He can never carry, you know. He's great in the early game, or good in the mid game, and then late game he kind of tails off. He basically becomes a tank. He becomes the unkillable dude with all the strength he steals. Earth Spirits can never carry, neither can Lich. Now, I thought Venge would not carry, but as I said, she did the best thing, and she actually chose to be the carry of the game. And it's because of her the game also, you know, they also like kept getting these kills. Otherwise it wouldn't have been possible. So she goes for Sanjanyasha. Not the best item on her again, but hey, she decides to go for it. As I said, Sanjanyasha is very situational and it works on very few heroes. Another favorite hero of mine, that is Razor, it works well on. She gets a Deso, good item. It works good with your Wave of Terror. Minus armor is always nice, so she's basically decided to carry. But if you look at normally, if we go into late game we can win, but if you look at the kill count, 19 to 20, we are losing by a long shot, and it's looking pretty scary. Now Ember finally decides to brave up and he goes into their jungle, and this is what they should have been doing. Our support should have warded their jungle, and if they are spending too much time here, one of our carriers could simply go there, carry a TP scroll, you know, do his thing, and then come back and help us out. But the whole team did not do that, so I will get back to me again and let's see what we're doing. Look, they are not under towers, our middle tower is still there. Look where the whole team is, guys. See, I'll keep reiterating it because, as I said, it's the most important aspect of the game, and it's where people, almost 90% of people at this level of Dota, go wrong. 3 heroes gathered here for a reason when they shouldn't, right? The enemy team does not know how to push. They don't really have the best pushing heroes. But see, our heroes get caught out. Enchantress, you know, dies for no reason, and that's not it. Pudge gets another kill, and that's 2 for nothing. Simply because they were out of position, because they were at a place where they shouldn't have been. We also lose a tower. So that's basically roughly like, I'm not sure how much of a goal swing. Let's go back 10 seconds. Here we go. we lose some gold and they get some gold. And remember, this is only the kill gold. They also get 1k tower gold, right? So they also get a tower kill, and it's pretty amazing for these guys. So there we go, guys. That's basically the last fight, and we could have simply avoided that if Morphling wasn't in the wrong position and if Enchantress was not in the wrong position. In the meantime, guess what I'm doing? I had to come back and defend this because, hey, now they took down our tier 2 and they're threatening tier 3. I have to be there, right? And this is, guys, really like, don't want to make excuses, but my internet, woof, was pretty bad, and I think I'm going to get a disconnect very soon. And even if I'm not, if you see me backing down at any time, that's me disconnecting, and I'll stand back because I'll wait for my internet to pick up and the ping to basically go down a little bit. But nonetheless, let's get back to me and look at the items I'm going for. I purchased the Crystallisk as I promised. The next item I will go for would be, let's see what I'm buying here right now. I'm working towards a BKB. I'm like, hey, I can finish a Crystallisk, but the way things are, I need a BKB. Think about it, guys. I basically counter Pudge's hooks and Dismember. They don't do damage to me. They can still disable me. Earth Spirit is kind of useless. Venge cannot stun me or minus armor. I'm not sure if she can minus armor me. Most importantly, Lich cannot ulti me and do other nasty things like that. It's very, very, very essential. And also, you know, Kunkka's Boat, I'm immune to that, and I'm also immune to the Torrent. So it's a BKB heavy game, and Troll usually needs it because Troll needs the time to build his fervor stacks, which is not a long time, but Troll needs to hit people with his axes to, you know, get things rolling. So I'm going towards a BKB. The item you should purchase almost always for a BKB first, unless you are ridiculously ahead, is just get an HP item. Doesn't matter if you're not a strength hero, because again it gives you HP, and right now at level 17 I have 1800 HP, pretty respectable. But if I go to Pudge in their team, he has a heart, guys. That's 3.8k life. So think about it. Earthshaker can't kill him. Ember Spirit almost cannot kill him. He has a Battle Fury, but I don't think he can solo kill him. Enchantress cannot kill him, so Pudge has become pretty scary. On the other hand, look at that. Is this going to work out? Nope. Look at that. Enchantress again feeds. My friend, you know, he didn't know that Enchantress Vengeful was playing a carry role. But look at that. She's building agility now. She's building this agility item into a butterfly. So there we go. She's Desolator, Sanjin Yasha, Aquila. She's getting scary. She is getting super scary, and the old chat continues. The hate. But nonetheless, here we go. Now where am I? I'm basically disconnected and doing something. Yeah, look at that. I'm wandering aimlessly, guys. And I'm staying away because I don't want to get hooked whilst my internet does some strange things. And I try to reconnect. Man, this was a tricky game. But yeah, it's going to be good, guys. I think it gets really good. I'm 4-1. And the other thing I think I should mention, guys, when people say that, hey man, my teammate was bad, and I did okay. The question I always would ask them, like, how many times did you die in a game? Like, that's my way of looking at it. And it's not in a condescending way. If you think about it, guys. Ooh, let's talk about that later. Earthshaker ulti's in. I spin around. I get a few axes. And they finally realize that I'm actually getting scary. Now, this is the time in the game that they see that, hey, you know, that troll that was basically never to be seen is kind of getting scary. Now, I get a double kill. I kill a Pudge with almost 4k HP. Not just that, I get a triple kill. So now they really know that, hey, troll is getting scarier. And, you know, and I think that's the best decision I made, right, guys? As I said, I promised my team on, because I was on the microphone with them the whole game. I was all chatting, not all chatting, but basically like voice chatting with them, telling them, hey, just hold the towers and let me farm and we can get this thing going. Because if I would have engaged early and if we've done a lot of team fights, it would have been scary for two reasons. Again, first, I have no confidence, I'm afraid, with my Morphling and my Ember Spirit. They're carries, but I think they're new guys, so it's okay. With all due respect to them, they're new to the game. I can understand that. So they muck up a lot of spells, and they've been feeding. I'm like, okay, I can't count on my team for a good team fight. What can I do? I can basically farm up and I can try to get semi-scary, and then I can do cool things. So I am still farming, as you can see. My team is pushing the lanes. They're doing an okay job. 2 heroes are dead. I say, hey, if you can, try to take the mid tower. Let's see what they're doing. Enchantress gets uled. She's gonna move back. Yep, there we go. And I think Ember is going to chase her. Not sure. Yep, that's a Venge, and that should be a kill. Vengeful is ridiculously scary now. She has finished Butterfly. So 40 minutes into the game, guys, she's 12 and 5. She is 12 and 5 and she has all these items. Now Venge can be played as a DPS Venge. I kind of actually looked into it, and some people do play him. Obviously she's a good support, but as you can see, she can be a carry who has a stun, who can have a minus armor, and also has a Vengeance Aura, which gives her and her teammates damage bonus, and if someone kills you, they get a minus damage. So pretty good hero, very good hero actually, Vengeful Spirit. So there we go, guys. Let's see what other people are doing right now. Morphling has 62 last hits and has a Ghost Scepter to show for his farm. He is working towards that Eagle Song, so he'll get his item. Now they swap me. Let's see what I do. Remember, guys, remember I talked about speed and axes. That could have been useful there if I wouldn't have gone stunned. So I still believe that Sanjin Yasha is a good item for Troll because he can get out of position pretty well. And hey, wait, let me see. Was that a pretty long fight there? Oh yeah, let's have a look. This is where I get another big lag spike, guys. I'm gonna go back. So at this point, look at that. I push the lane out, and I obviously don't see enemies coming in, and all of a sudden he comes in and he attacks me. Now look at that. Look the way I'm running. Randomly, so he's gonna ulti me right now. I basically survive him. Lich ultis me, and I can't BKB because I've been dismembered. Soon after that, I BKB. I don't want to get slowed down. Earth Spirit can't do anything to me, and I kind of walk away from these guys. So Sanjin Yasha did pay off, but you know, as I walk away, I didn't realize that I was getting ganked by all four members of the team. They see me, Venge swaps me, and I get Yuled by the Lich. So you know, that was basically a kill. But remember, the other thing I did was I created space. They all chased after me for such a long time, and hey, I did die. That's my next death, obviously. But hey, it's one of those things that you can't really avoid. I have 2 deaths now. I have 7 kills. That will change when I spawn. There we go. See, that's that's lag there, guys. That's so much of lag for me. And that's one of my deaths. So I was talking about, you know, what you can do for your team if you think you're doing a good job. What you can do quite simply is not die, guys, right? And I'll tell you what I mean by that. If you look at quite simply the kills in our team and the deaths, even if you don't have farm, even if you're a support, and even if you're a carry who just can't get any farm, and it's absolutely a nightmare for you, feeding is the last thing you should do. Our carry here is 4 and 8. The other carry is 2 and 10. Like, simply not acceptable. I can understand 2 kills. Even if you have 0 kills, it's okay with me. But feeding is the worst thing ever, and I know no one wants to feed intentionally, right? It's something no one wants to do, but it happens, and the way you can avoid that is by having vision of the map and playing cleverly in a way that just don't get greedy, you know, don't get greedy with farm, go for the right build, you know, don't run for something stupid like a Battle Fury when you have no HP, and you can avoid these things. So for example, look at that, right now in the game, I have 7 kills, pretty good for my team, highest in my team, right? But the reason why I think I played a good game here is not because I got kills, but it's because I stayed alive, you know. I did not give him XP, I'm level 20 and I've only died twice. Both times, as you saw, I lagged out. That's my excuse, I'm going to stick with it. First, in the beginning, you saw I simply just got disconnected. They killed me from, you know, when I was DC'd. Second time, hey, you saw the BKB doesn't come off and all that. I was lagging there. And they ganked me pretty well, so the props do go to them. So, you know, that's me. I try to, in every game, you can look at my profile. Even if I lose, one thing I will make sure is I make a point to never feed in the game. See, that's lag again. I was just standing there for no reason. So yeah, guys, very important for the team to do, and we are right now 11 kills behind. And look, Pudge is scary, 3.9k HP. Kunkka now has Daedalus. Now you can imagine that Daedalus with basically your Tidebringer, right? It's it's a nightmare, and it's only going to get worse, trust me. Lich is a pretty good player on their team actually. He's going to rush a Nags for the obvious reasons. He has a mech too. And again, I still don't have any idea of Vengeful's damage because, you know, at the back of my mind, the whole game, me being a newbie guy, I'm like, hey, you know, Venge can't play carry. She's not going to play carry this game. And I didn't even notice the attack animation of Desolator that it gives you. It changes your attack to, you know, the Deso-y kind of color. So she's playing, she is playing the carry. But look at this, guys. I'm farming, and it's bad times when you see your Morphling do things like that. But hey, I jump in, I BKB at the right time now, and I make one kill happen. The other one was quite simply stolen from me. So there we go. We get 2 kills for nothing. Pretty good times. I will simply just walk into the fountain, I believe, for a second or two to get some HP up, and I'm gonna go back into the fight. So that was pretty good. I humbly think I saved the day, or Morphling would have died there. And my teammates get pudged in the top lane. Here, I know he's here. He's been slowed down. I spin the axes. I know the axes will hit him, but he decides to go that way. I'm like, I'm gonna go top. Why don't you go this way, Raze? We were on the phone, but the man decides to actually walk away nicely. So good on him. It was a 4-team wipe. 4 people died, but in return, guys, 45 minutes in, the game should have been on our side. But look what happens. I will go to free player mode now. Mid racks completely destroyed. Bottom tower, well, bottom hasn't taken any damage, but I think we have lost top tower. This is our situation, guys. Our carries are ridiculously underfarmed. Embergut gets Desolator now. I don't even think it's the best item to go for. He should get a crit. I think actually he should get a Chrysalis too. Morphling, what can I say about that? The man is struggling. I understand everyone has a bad game. Earthshaker, he's doing a good job. He's been a great guy, because if you look at him, he has only 46 last hits. Now he does a perfect thing that every support should do in the game, and this is another thing I see so many people making silly mistakes on is your supports start last hitting. They're like, hey, I want to get my blink, I want to get my boots, you know, let me farm my items. It's important, but it's more important to give farm to your carry. So this Earthshaker, I have nothing but great things to say about this guy. He's new and all, but he's doing an amazing job. He has arcane boots, mana for the team, great support item, but more importantly he has a blink. So late game you will see I quite simply communicate with this guy, and he was the guy who helped us to basically push the game for whatever long amount of time, and to avoid, you know, our early game defeat and make it like a late game. You know, you'll see what happens late game, guys. But yeah, so 46 minutes into the game. Item progression, I'll quickly go over. I was going for Morphling. He has bad items. Enchantress is doing pretty good. She has a Midas. She wanted to play carry, but my friend had a bad luck this game. He's died quite a few times, but still Midas is good. She's level 18, kind of pretty close to me, so good job there. Aghanim's Scepter, I am not sure if it's the best choice, but I don't know much about. Oh yeah, I don't think this is the best item to go for, guys. Look at the bonus it gives you. Simply increases your range, attack range and cast range of Impetus. So in a way, if you can stay away, you do a lot of damage, but I don't know, simply because my friend was getting initiated on first. This Aghanims are pretty much wasted. It's just basically giving him HP and toughness. Bloodstone is a great item though. It basically makes you use free cast your Impetus, and your mana regen is 20. Pretty good. Look at that, guys. See my point there? Aghanims does absolutely nothing when you get swapped by Avenge and get stunned, so bad choice there. What am I doing? I was chasing a kill here, yeah, so we got Pudge, and Vengeful I think walks away. So there we go, we're slowly getting killed, and literally, guys, the whole game this time I was on microphone, and every half a minute I'll be like, guys, I kind of took in charge, let's do this, let's do that, how about we stick together, how about we do this, and I was literally making the calls, and the only thing I kept saying was carry a TP, put some wards on the map, and don't go out solo. If you don't see an enemy hero on the map, then you simply should be worried. And that's another thing I think I should talk about, guys, is most of the times, I didn't talk about previously when I actually did have those circumstances, if you see me walking back and it's not lag, it's me being very careful, guys, and that is, if you don't see any enemy hero on the map, then you should be worried. You should be worried at this time in the game that, hey, like look at this, for example, I know that the heroes have just spawned, so I can basically push the lane, but in any other case, if I see no one on the map, then I should be worried, because they have so much damage. No matter how much HP you have, even a BKB charge cannot always save you. You know, it's pretty scary. So that's one thing every player should do, not to carry, not to support, is keep an eye on the minimap. You can make things easier for your team by simply putting wards out, but they can counter that by smoking if they're any good. So you have to be map aware. Map awareness is the key, and that's why our team keeps dying a lot. You know, our team, you know, is just dead almost all day. Look at that. Where rarely you will see in the whole game is 5 of us alive for a team fight. You know, that's why again the game stretches to the point where it is right now. Everyone, you know, just runs around here. I'm gonna get to the secret shop. I'm gonna get my item. enemy team simply sees them and kills them solo, and that means we can't team fight for another however amount of time the guy is dead for, and it makes the whole thing nightmarish. But look at me, I'll get back to me again. I've finished my chrysalis now into a daedalus, so I have big crit now. I have pretty good damage, guys. I have a BKB, so I can be crazy, and I'm being careful with my BKB. I've only used 3 charges. Kind of okay at 15 minutes, you know. It's pretty good actually for a 15-minute BKB that I still have 8 seconds left on my BKB. Very good, I'd say. And see, I'm being careful. Oh, I'm lagging again. See, I come back to base, guys. I just right click on the base and I hope I'll go there. And there we go, we're moving. So we have a ward. I know that they can't really do that much to me. A Pudge can hook me from the high ground here, so that could be scary. As you see, I actually changed my camera angle there to see. So yeah, but again, the same problem we have in the game. Our carries are all and other heroes are assembling in mid where they should be simply putting out wards and doing, you know, cool things. And I'm like, see, I'm not even going to follow you guys, I'm going to go away. But then we see a hero in the mid lane. Let's see what happens. I'm 8-2, so still again, right? I was 7-2, I got 1 more kill at some point. There we go. And I know that's an illusion because I saw Pudge pick up an illusion rune. I'm like, don't chase after that, it's just an illusion. I mean, don't cast your spells. So here you go, I see a Pudge, and I think Pudge has a ward here. He does, look at that. He throws his thing, but I want to fight. I'm like, okay, he's missed his hook, let's have some fun. But they quite cleverly back off, and I tell the team, guys, don't chase this. This probably could be a trap. We don't know where they are. Venge could have probably arrived, and let's back out. So I simply go back to farming, right? So in a way, guys, it's a different game. As I said, 2 reasons. I always give 2 reasons for so many things. First is, you know, I just couldn't simply play well with the lag, and the other thing is the game didn't permit it. More importantly, you know, it was a game where team fighting simply could not happen because we were so far behind that any fight outside our towers would be at our disadvantage because our carries were new to the game and they didn't know what to do. We didn't have a good support apart from Earthshaker. Earthshaker is a great support hero, but that's about it. See, Venge comes after me, I think, but I simply hide here because I didn't know where other heroes were. Look at that, I'm hiding here. And they can't see me, I know that, because I can't see it. My vision is only till here. That means I'm pretty much perfectly hidden unless they walk in here. And look at that, they're here. So I wait for a few seconds, I walk away. And that's good with Troll, guys, right? Going back to the movement speed. The man moves so fast, Troll Warlord, that you kind of don't need any other Shadow Bladey thing. You can build a Shadow Blade on Troll. That's another item build some people go by. But Shadow Blade does not give you tankiness. It does not give you movement speed. It simply gives you attack speed and some damage, and I'm like, no, you know, to me, I don't like it, and that's why I keep it out of this build. I don't like that. To me, yes, you want to initiate and you need a tool for initiate, but if you're playing properly, then you are so quick and you can come from jungle and you can come from cool places that, you know, you can do serious damage on this at this level of Dota. Obviously at high levels of Dota, you know, people will see you walking towards you, but usually a fast and furious Troll Warlord is what I go for. And there you go, guys, another disconnect. See, so I had so much trouble, and my friend, like, I talked to him, you know, he knows I spoke to him on the Skype and told him, if you see me stop talking on Skype, that means I've disconnected and just paused the game. And the enemy team seems pretty confident. They're actually roaching right now, and they're gonna look at that. They're all talking down to us, guys. They're like, yep, Troll Warlord is scared, maybe he's raging out, but it's far from the truth. Look at that, I finally connected the game. And I thanked them because I don't know what they were saying. So, there we go. Now they get a Roshan quite easily. We can't do anything about it. I was DC'd, and my team without me simply can't team fight. And see, guys, the same problem again. All our heroes are in the mid lane again, or around and about mid lane. So yeah, and what am I doing? Let's see. Oh, I'm still disconnected, or I'm still lagging. Yeah, there we go. So my friend, see, that's another mistake Ray's made. He basically runs in the front as a support, even though you are like a carry Enchantress, but you're kind of hero who has to stay away and then get right-clicked in an attack rather than simply getting initiated on, because no matter who you are, you will simply die. Look at this, guys, by the way. One hero dead, the other one is in top lane. He doesn't have a TP scroll, he TP's in right now. It's looking scary, right? And another hero just simply dies. I jump in, I BKB, and I beat someone to pulp, and I look at and I find another hero. I get torrented, and I'm like, would I be able to survive? Kunka's right here. I bash the heck out of him, and that's double kill, guys. That's, if you think about how much that made a difference, it's pretty amazing, right? I'm standing here because I know he'll try to blink away, but he simply walks away. So I basically couldn't catch him. That was me trying to get him as well, but I'm hoping for a bash here, by the way. If I get a bash on him, I'll be able to do some things. I also throw ranged axes, but the man has a 4-staff, and I cleverly back off. I'm like, nope, and he tries to hook me. So there we go. So that BKB was very effective, guys. Not only did it save our racks, not only did it save our throne, it got us 3 kills and it bought our team time. So this part of the game, again, I have talked about team fight. I've talked about why we are losing to this very moment, and why we might very well lose at the end. It's because of the team choices, because of the way they fight, no wards, and it's mainly because of the decisions our carries are making. Now, I think I'm going to move into the late game aspect. It's 54 minutes into the game. They have a complete set of tier 1. Let's go to free camera and look at things. They have a complete full, almost half health tier 2 here, sorry. Another tier 2 here, and bottom's tier 2 has gone. Their racks are obviously alive and ticking, and we have lost mid racks. We have taken damage to both of our top racks, and bottom tower is kind of okay. So we are in like absolute pickle, and it's not good at all, guys. And I make room, of course. At this time, Troll can easily do Ancients. He can actually do Ancients pretty early, guys. If you're wondering, by the way, a Helm of Dominator and a Yasha to be on safe side is all you need to do Ancient. It's pretty good. Troll is pretty amazing. And now I need to talk about item choice. And now at this time in the game, I looked at Venge like a few minutes ago when the fight happened somewhere in the mid lane. I remember that from memory. I'm like, okay, that Venge is going carry. Now I look at one item on her, and that was there we go, and that was Butterfly. She has Boots of Travel as well, and a Monkey King bar, guys. That's Venge. Look at that. She's almost 6 slotted. She needs a Chrysalisk here, and she's done, guys. Look at that item farm. Why is she so much farmed more than me? First, she has so many kills, and plus, you know, her team is working together. So think about it, guys. I'm the only hope of the team, and this is my farm for right now. And you see that I've been farming pretty effectively. 238 last hits, and the things are good. Check this out, guys, by the way. I BKB, I get swapped. 4-on-1, guys. 4-on-1. Keep watching, guys. I was proud of this, guys. I was so proud of this. I got initiated on. A perfect initiation by them. I counter that initiation. I killed 3 heroes, and I make the 4th hero die as well. You know, I was so happy about that. That death is, to me, is a victory. I'm dead for 82 seconds. I always save my gold. If the game goes into 50 minutes, my rule of the thumb is just save money for buyback. Almost always, you know. I will not buy any item unless I'm sure that I can actually have, you know, buy enough gold for my buyback. So there, guys, I died, and I was talking to my team. Hey, 1 hero alive. The mid tower, there's no excuse. The mid tower should quite simply fall right now, and they do a good job. We take mid tower finally, and we're slowly pushing in, because the way we are right now, all racks are pretty much equivalent, but we need to take middle racks. So let's talk about that, guys. Because our mid racks is taken, we are constantly under pressure from their mid racks, right? They also get more gold from our creeps, but that's not the biggest of our worries because their creeps are stronger, so naturally they'll keep pushing. So we need to take mid racks, even if it was possible taking, if we had a choice between mid and the bottom racks, I would say mid, because you have to counter the effect of their mega creeps against ours, or big creeps against ours. So we finally, I think, take the racks, and I was talking to them, guys, don't worry, take the racks, and here I must say our team did a good job. I hope they get out well. Oh, I spoke too soon. Yes, oh my god, that's morphling. So hey, but still, 1 hero dead. Not bad, not bad. Yes. So there we go. Now they're going to try and counter the bush, and I simply don't buy back because my buyback was not necessary. I saved the gold instead. Now think about, guys, the item I will go for. I saw Vengeful Spirit with a butterfly. Now the item I could have gone here, I could have purchased a butterfly for myself. It's a pretty decent item for Troll Warlord, actually, guys, because you don't have to rely on your whirling axes to get that evasion. But I saw Vengeful Spirit when I was absolutely shocked at the damage she had, and I realized she had a Monkey King bar, so quite simply getting a butterfly was useless. Now sometimes you can argue the point that hey, you want a butterfly because you can also get the movement speed even if you don't get evasion. Good, but my Troll Warlord, as I said, the build is so cool this one that you already move at max movement speed when you have your phase boots on. So butterfly was a bad choice, but I also needed to counter Vengeful Spirit because she was a scary carry. As you'll see late game, even, you know, her damage is like off the charts, guys. Like I'm talking 500 damage, something crazy like that. I needed an MKB so that if I can stunlock her and if I can go past her butterfly, I need to kill her, because if I can't kill her, think about it, guys. Obviously there is no there is no MKB here, no MKB here, no MKB here, and come on, we're talking about Earthshaker, so no MKB here. So I was the only hope of killing their scariest carry in the game, because if she doesn't die, then we die. And look at their Venge now, yeah. So that is, let's call it 300. That's 450, roughly 450 damage, right, guys? Hey, let's change that. Whoa, that's some damage, guys. That's 550 right click. Imagine that, guys. 550 right click damage. Earthshaker is roughly 4 shot hit from her, even without the minus armor. We're not even counting in minus armor from this, guys. Enchantress is 3 hits, if not less. And remember, I talked about getting HP on your hero, guys. Ember Spirit, 3, less than 3 hits. Vengeful Spirit can 2-shot our carry. And Mr. Morphling too, if he morphs on Agi, which he has right now. They're all less than 3 hits. Me, on the other hand, I am slightly tankier. Look at that, guys. A hero that cannot play tanky, I kind of play tanky with him, and I get some HP going for him. So after my MKB, I'm going to go for another cool decision you'll see later on. But I'm the only guy who can maybe take 4 hits from her. And what that means is, I don't want to take 4 hits from her. I want to be the one initiating on her and basically bashing her face in until she dies. Because if we kill her, their damage potential goes down significantly, and they only have Kunkka and some disables from the other heroes. So super important, and as you can see, the game is on such a close call. We get mid-racks, this is kind of equalized, but kills wise we are behind. Farm wise, let's just not even talk about the farm, because the team does not have farm. My friend Raze is doing a good job. He's actually building an AC, pretty good item on Enchantress, guys, because we can use an AC, we can use a minus armor aura, because hey, I'm all about physical damage, and it's also, you know, it does cool things, and Enchantress is a good hero to carry. It helps her, it helps the team, and there is no other good AC carrier. I cannot build AC simply because the way you play Troll, as I said earlier, you build damage on Troll. Troll is all about that ridiculous damage, so when he ulties or he builds further stacks, he just bashes people face in and he walks into them. So that's why, you know, Troll usually don't get something like an AC, because you already have attack speed from your passives and your active skills. You just go for damage. So I'm doing pretty okay. So look at that, I have 3,900 gold. I'm always checking my buyback. Okay, I have, so what this means is I keep in my mind that I only have 2k gold rather than 4.2k gold, because I want to save that cash for buyback. I always do that, and I recommend every hero to do that, because a buyback at this time is necessary, because if we lose, for instance, then you know, look at that, this tower, we should have denied this. We basically get thrown, right? It's that scary. So 62 minutes into game, it's more than an hour. I like to post these long games, don't I, guys? So I hope you enjoy them, by the way, guys. I post some weird games, right? But I post all games that are very close call, and for us, we try in this game, but hey, you know, things they don't go our way. But at least it's fun. I hope it's fun for you to watch, guys, the way things are going. I will go to player perspective, and let's see what we do from here. So now I'm just going to stick to player perspective, and the last 20 minutes, let's see what happens. I'm still farming. I'm continuing to do so. Every little bit helps, right? I am level 25. I don't need anything else. And see, no vision again. We have no wards, so we don't know where they are. They simply just placed a ward there, so I bet they saw me doing that. Wow, this was scary. Oh my god, I didn't even realize there are 3 heroes there, but I don't think they have the kind of heroes that that could kill me there. Yeah, Venge was away, so yeah, they couldn't have killed me there. I could simply just BKB and do things. Look at that, I see Vengeful Spirit. Am I going to go on her? I was waiting for her. Now this is where I was communicating with Earthshaker. Earthshaker, go for it, look at that. Bash, stun, and I would simply wreck Vengeful Spirit. So remember, guys, that's like my way of playing, but Vengeful is so good of a hero that I get my damage reduced by 36%. Something I need desperately, because I need to carry the team now. It's getting scary, so yeah, there we go. Does my friend finish? Enchantress is working on item. Now Enchantress did do a very good job this game, guys. You know, she got the right she got the right creeps, and even though her kill dead does not look like that, it's simply because, you know, at some point, no matter how good of a player you are, if the enemy team gets ahead of you, then, you know, you will die. So, you know, Enchantress did a good job. I think she played very well. My friend Ray's. Earthshaker played splendidly, and the other two heroes, they were new, so I wouldn't, you know, go around. Now check this out, guys. This was a Hail Mary, and in the grand scheme of things, I probably shouldn't have done that. You can see this is backdoor protection because their creeps are over there, right over there, and I simply can't backdoor them. I'm like, guys, trust me, come here. We're gonna get this tower. Just simply right-click it for a few seconds. Backdoor protection is healing up, things are going scarily. I'm like, no, we are going to do this. Everyone commits, and we get a much needed tower out of this. So our whole team was mid, and I saw that their whole team, the enemy team, also committed, and they were also all mid. And I took like a risk. I'm like, okay, I'm the only one here, let me actually try and backdoor their tower, and I did. The whole team came by, but most importantly, we got gold from it, and we did not feed a single kill. Whereas if we'd stayed in the mid and I would let my team just stay there and do things, then it would have gone in a completely different direction, right? They could have died, nasty things could have happened, and if we lose a hero right now, the way things are, they can easily throw us, which eventually you'll see like happening, them getting to our base and doing nasty things. But yeah, I have 6k gold now, and I look at that, I check my buyback, I bring my cursor, 2k gold. I roughly know that I can buy my next item, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Here I'm looking for ancients, they've been taken. So yeah, the next item, guys, remember, I saw Vengeful, I saw the items she has, and I also saw the disables they have, and I worry about the fact that, hey, if I get initiated on, we're pretty much gonna lose the whole team. So I'm gonna buy something that's gonna make me slightly tanky, not slightly, ridiculously tanky, and also doing some cool things. So I'm going to work on an item called Satanic. You can make your Helm of Dominator into a Satanic, and that lets you basically life steal 175% when you activate it, and it also gives you 30 odd strength, something pretty good number basically. So it gives me more HP, and when I activate it, if I activate it, it makes me like super tanky, as in you can life steal a ridiculous amount. And since I do a lot of damage, not as good as Venge obviously, but I'm doing like roughly 400 damage, right? Yeah, roughly I'd say 400 and yeah, 13, 14, something. 15, no, 17. Let's go with that, 417 damage. Yeah, that's how much I'm doing. So it's basically going to help me on top of that if I life steal and if I'm hitting for that much damage. The 175%, it's like another BKB if you will. So that's what I go for, and I really don't want to die. So there we go, guys. That's me done. And the other thing, see, one thing I could have done better is I could have used my Helm of Dominator, but the thing with Helm of Dominator was I couldn't use it a lot because first we had Enchantress who almost always needed the jungle, and then we had our carries who were dying so much that the only place where they could get a few last hits was jungle. So this time I was simply just roaming around the map. And that's another thing you can do with Troll, right? You move so fast with this hero, with the build that I'm playing with, that you are highly mobile, and one or two heroes can rarely kill you at this point in the game. So I'm moving and I'm basically making myself shown on the map that, hey, you know, I'm here, and if you come and try and attack my base, I'm gonna hit you square in the face. So, you know, that's basically me trying to threat them in a way, which kind of works, that this allows my carries to farm. And since I don't need that much farm anyways, I have so much gold, there's not much I can buy right now, literally nothing I can buy. My build is pretty much finished. This is the Troll Warlord build basically that I go for. Now, certain games you might not need a BKB, but if there's any serious game, a BKB on a Troll is almost core, so it's necessary. But yeah, that'll be our build, so I'm basically going to try and finish my Satanic whenever I can. And yeah, we are basically desperate now. You see me even running around in mid, and I have to because I see the heroes. Now this is very crucial, guys. Check this out. They're doing a smart thing, is they are going to the mid lane, sorry, and the bottom lane, and we can see both of them. Now I'm worried that, hey, which lane should I go into? And I need a perfect initiation, because if I screw up the initiation, I can't count on my carries. My Enchantress friend can do a good job, but you know, she alone can't kill them all, and Earthshaker is after all an Earthshaker. So I'm staying here, and again, my mobility allows me to simply just walk up to places way faster than they can get there. So I'm walking around, and look, I'm going back. This is me lagging again, guys. I can't do things, and let's see what happens. We see Venge, and Venge is like carefully scared of me because she knows I have MKB now, and see, that's lag again. I whirling axe into nothing, and I see that top is being attacked, and they glyph it. Worst decision ever, guys. We didn't need that glyph, but nonetheless, I walk in and I ulti. I meet this guy, and that's it. Oh yeah, he just burned pretty good. So we killed 3 heroes there, and we will kill 3 heroes with this. There we go. We bash his skull in, and there we go. So pretty good stuff, right, guys? We defended this, but in the meantime, they are doing some nasty things to our bot. Oh, Venge has gone back, and now they realize, guys. You know, all the negative talk, the pardon my French when I say it, all the shit talking that they were doing. They realize that, hey, you know, it's not as easy as it was, and Troll Warlord is doing his job. So again, guys, you know, I'm basically creating space right now. I make myself shown in the lanes when things are happening, and I push out middle lane, bottom lane a little bit, and I'm like, guys, 3 heroes dead, time to push. We need to push this. It's now or never. I buy the recipe, and I'm going to basically try and get my item. I think Morphling calls the courier here. He shouldn't have done that. He's trying to be greedy, and he's trying to go for an item. He should have let me get my item. I think I'm doing an okay job, so a satanic on me would have been good. But nonetheless, I walk in here, 3 heroes dead, and we basically, at this time, what we were looking for was a pick-off. That's something cool you can do, guys, because they're desperate. They know that their hero down, and if they make a mistake that you can punish them for, it's the best thing ever. See, I am actually trying to push it. I want Venge to swap me or do anything, basically, because I can BKB and then do nasty things. But Kunkka buys back and Pudge is up, so there are 5 heroes up, and I didn't realize we are only 3 heroes here. So not good at all. Look at that. See, Morphling just steals the courier, and I'm like, hey, where's my courier? I can use this Satanic. There's a team fight happening, and look what Morphling decides to do. He goes into the top lane simply because he wants a few last hits, right? Not worth it, guys. And the way the game is, right, that's another thing, guys, I should talk about. It's so far late into the game, and we are so much struggling that if we get a chance and if we kill a hero, we don't simply go for the bot rack or the bot racks or the top racks. Let me go to a full free camera. Another mistake that people make, I think, is people will be like, hey, top's pushed in, or the top somewhere over here. Let's get the top racks. No. Let's get the bottom racks. Again, a big no. Why? Because it's so far into the game that all you need to do is throne them, right? You simply rush their tower with the amount of damage we have, and the way the enemy team is, how scary they are. Every little second counts. So if we win a team fight, we don't waste around going to the bottom lane. Hey, I'm going to go back down here, I'm going to push the lane, and let's take bottom racks in the 50 seconds. Or I'm even going to go here and try to kill the creeps. No. So much damage right now, we can even backdoor them if you think about it. If we get 2 or 3 heroes dead, simply I'll ulti, everyone will have a ridiculous attack speed, you bash the towers in, and you simply take them down. Right now, our job is to throne them. It's not to take barracks, because barracks are optional, as the game tip tells you. So yeah, oops, we lose we lose another one of our heroes. So think about it, guys. Again, if we had a hero alive, we would be ready for a team fight. But they've turned the tables on us. They've killed one of our heroes. 4 on 5 fights. It's going to be nasty. And this is a great play from Pudge. He basically hooks me away because that Vengeful Spirit was dead and he 4-staffs away. And I haven't mentioned this, guys, by the way. Enemy team, they were like a team of 3 and a team of 2 guys against us, and they were very good, guys. I think they all played ridiculously well, as you can see. The only problem they had, I would say, is they did not have like a good carry, obviously, but their gameplays, like or pushing potential, I think, or we defended good, I guess. Yeah, that's the other story. I was pinging there, by the way. I was telling them exactly where Vengeful was, but they couldn't find him. I said, if she's not here and I can move way faster than her, she's basically in the woods. But yeah, guys, getting back to the point is, they were very good. They were way better than us, as you can see, like the way they were getting kills and all that stuff. They were doing a great job. I will show you the hero statistics. Now think about it. Now Ember got all these kills, as you've seen in the team fights when I was there. So simply they've just basically taken the last hit on an enemy from me. Otherwise, it's you know, it's been tricky. Same thing goes for Mr. Dimitri here. He has 5 kills as a Morphling. Simply not acceptable. Enchantress, you know, there's not much you can do when your carries die in the front, and Earthshaker has been an absolute gent. Remember, I talked about being a good player, guys. He is good simply not because, you know, he's been a good support. That's the case as well. But the other case is he is good because he's only died 5 times in a game like this. Now I BKB, and this is a bad place for me, guys. I die here, and I shouldn't have engaged because again it was a 5 versus whatever, so not the best of circumstances. I die, Ember dies, and I'm like, guys, forget, just back off, please back off. Morphling is like, no, I can kill him. I'm like, okay, that's good, and Morphling does the final good job. Look at that, how much damage he almost got wrecked there. But yeah, so it's pretty good. We've killed 5 of them, and this time I'm like, guys, put everything down. Look at that, I switched to Raze. I'm like, Raze, get away from the secret shop, man, and push mid lane. So whatever you're doing, just forget that. All heroes dead. This should be GG for us, so there we go. But Mr. Dimitri, you know, he decides to slowly push the lane, and that's another thing for us as well, because we don't have a good pushing potential, you know. We can take towers from my ulti, but that's about it. Now Pudge is here. Let's see what happens. See, Pudge does not even like blink from that much damage. He's so strong. His HP is so high. And he gets hooked in. Pudge is simply not worried at all. Now think about it, guys. Our team is doing a pretty bad job here, in a way that they should simply be focusing on tower. And I was talking to them on the phone, guys, trust me, Pudge is basically wasting your time. You right click the tower. But they were kind of unsure, but nonetheless, there we go. This is what happened. Morphling puts a Manta out. He gets out. Let's see if he survives or not. I am not really sure about that. Oh, this fight looks bad. Morphling dies. We also get... Oh, we get a Earth Spirit for that. And that will be Death of Raze. So again, guys, see? That should have been Rax for us. We should have won the game there and then, but we decided to attack the wrong guy and not go for the throne. This is what happens. We lose 3 heroes and they only have 1 dead hero. Now again, look how scary it is. Wow, there's someone at the bottom. Yeah, there's me there. Okay, no, so that's the other team. That's why it showed me the other way. So yeah, it's me pushing out this lane. Bottom Rax also falls. We have just 1 Rax at bottom, and it's scary, guys. It's really scary. Now what they should have done here, guys, is they should have pushed the lane, mid lane, and simply gone for a throne rush. They could have won if they were simply alive. They would simply just win by pushing in, but I don't know what they were planning. See, they're slowly moving, so obviously they made some mistakes as well, but by far we made more mistakes than them. And even right now, look at that, we are behind kills. And as I always kept saying, don't even talk about items, because look at that. That's a fully fledged, you know, 6-slotted Vengeful Spirit. That's like the best Vengeful Spirit you'll ever see in terms of farm, guys. Because that's not a support. I had to carry Venge. Now I buy Boots of Travel. It gives me 5-10 movement speed without even, you know, base movement speed. That's pretty good. Similar to me using Phase Boots. Only 4 points less than if I would activate my Phase. And yeah, my damage is not now high, but I have almost 3k HP. Pretty good. Keeps me tanky. Let's see how much... Oh, okay, my BKB is only on a 5-second cooldown, so this has to be a very tactical BKB, and it has to be done in an appropriate way. Things are looking scary. So we're gonna stick to the final push. Let's see what happens. 76 minutes in, guys. They all go to the top lane. I wonder why they do that. Yeah, they're all actually backing out. This is not the wisest thing about them. But then again, guys, as I said, you know, you saw the message from their team saying the troll carry. They knew that I am actually playing. I did play an okay game, I humbly think. That I played an okay enough game where I was scaring them into, like, you know, if you simply don't initiate perfectly, you're simply going to get wrecked. And what they're waiting for, I think, they might be waiting for a Roche. They might very well be. Let's see. Yeah, no, Venge would have. If Venge would have checked that there was a Roche up, she could have probably taken solo Venge. She has a DD rune. Look at that damage, man. Wow, almost 700 damage. Wow, that is more than 700 damage. That's like two. She can 2-shot almost everyone in our team, apart from me. So yeah, and I think she should have utilized that DD and used it for either a Roche or a team fight. She'd done that, they would have probably won the game right there and then, but they want to delay it, so let's see what happens. Now we decide we're going to push. Let's see what we do. Are we going to go for a Roche? We are kind of unsure about this. Okay, and I tell my friend, please get an Alpha Wolf. Now this gives us even more damage. I get some bonus damage from it. It's pretty good, right? Every little bit helps. I think I get roughly 50-ish damage from that. Now we look at the Roche pit. We're like, hey, go and check out Roche. They're so scared of checking the Roche. I'm like, no, go in. Trust me, I'll back you up. So they go in, and I told Earthshaker, blink and ulti, man. If you see anyone going in or anything happening, and look at that. They all back down, and that's a mistake they made there. I tell the team, guys, I can't have it. I'm 6 slotted. Pick up the Aegis, please. So Morphling gets the Aegis. I hope he gets to use it well, even if he can tank for us, and that's good enough for an Aegis. So we steal the Aegis in a way from under their nose because they knew what we were doing. They were near us, but hey, we got the Aegis there. And I have 4.5k gold. I believe I have buyback ready. Yes, I do. So I save money for buyback. We have an Aegis. I was like, okay, if there was ever a time to push, guys, this is it. And if we can't win this team fight, we are basically gonna lose. So here we go. I'm 14-4 with 12 assists. It's not been like the best game in a way that's in terms of kills, guys. But I think the game is. I think it's almost coming to an end. You'll see, like, whatever happens. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but here we go. Team fight. I ulti in, I activate my BKB, and we get 1 pick off. Now I'm like, okay, both towers are down. They're trying to kill heroes. I'm like, no, don't kill anyone. Just right click the Ancient, and we finally get the throne. So there we go, guys. This was the game for Troll Warlord. I hope I showcased. Like, I did show how you play Troll, but I think more importantly I showed the mistakes almost every player makes in a game level, which I am at currently right now. I showed why carries do silly things and that leads to a game being longer than it should be. I showed how if you don't have wards on the map, things get scary. And I also showed if you don't defend towers, what happens to you. And I think I showcased how you can passively farm and yet still be aggressive on the map and kind of scare the enemy team into doing things. So against all odds, I would definitely say that we were so very much pushed in when we had like tier 3 destroyed racks and everything by 40 minutes or so. We stayed in, and an hour and 20 minutes in, this was the game, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video of mine. I will try to post more videos. As I said, I have severe lag in the game right now. I can barely play a game. As I said, 1 in 10 game works for me. But if I get a good enough game where I can showcase a game principle to you, not just like a, hey, look at my kills and all, a game that can teach you hopefully something, if you're new like me, then I will post a new game as soon as I can whenever I am able. So until then, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you're enjoying this game, and I really appreciate you helping me out with my new videos, because this is something different, right? So thank you for watching, take care of yourself, and I'll see you again until the next video. Subscribe if you want to see more of this, by the way, and leave a like, guys, because that really tells me something I should say, because usually I don't say in the other videos. It helps me to know that the content I'm producing is received well. Like, it basically is an indication of, hey, should I keep doing this or should I not keep doing this? So let me know about that, guys, you know. Leave any feedback and it'll be much appreciated. Take care, bye-bye, and I'll see you later. Thank you.